Wait lang.
Go lang.
Okay, recording. Hey guys, welcome back to Small Talk, small conversations with huge impact. My name is Alec Cuenca and I'm your host. And before anything else, I would like to greet each and every one of you. Welcome back to the show. If this is your first time, then I hope that you learned something from this episode. And if you do, go ahead and check out the other amazing episodes because they have a lot of amazing insights that you can learn from. And if this is your end time listening to the podcast, then welcome back. I am happy that you're here because today we are bringing back guests. I know medyo nagsasawa na kayo sa boses ko. So now we're bringing in the greatest minds in the content creation world and just in any type of industry. And we're going to try to nitpick their brains a little bit deeper from what you see online. And today is a very special day because this is again the first time that we're doing guests. And our guest for today is on a mission to inspire bliss and abundance in every human being. She helps individuals have a holistic approach in handling their finances and investments in to manifest their dreams. She is a licensed content creator and she's also the founder of Perry.consulting.ph, the co-founder of Little Big Help PH, and the host of the podcast Quarter Life Bliss podcast. Let's all welcome to the show Coach Yani Moya. Hi, Coach Yani.
Th- Hi, Alec. Thank you so much for having me here. I'm super excited for this guesting. Thank you for including me in your lineup.
No, it's my pleasure. Thank you for taking the time. As I've said, we really try here we try our best here in Small Talk to get deeper dun sa mga utak ng tao kasi feeling ko marami pang talagang matuturo yung mga tao compared sa napopost lang nila. So today I want to know more about you. We want to know more about you and you're doing this life coaching, financial coaching. But before you actually came here dito sa industry na to, what were you doing, or is this something that you planned all along?
Thanks. Actually, I was in an NGO before. So my first job was in an NGO. I was a social media manager and communications head of an NGO called Yes Pinoy Foundation. That's actually owned by Ding Dong and Marian Rivera Dantes.
Mm, wow.
So initially, back in college, I used to do a lot of parang mga internship, and my last internship was actually with their NGO. So when I graduated, they immediately hired me after. So that's what I initially did. And back in 2019, I started to have quarter life crisis.
Mm.
I went through there. So, and sakto naman, I started personal mastery courses. So, yeah, and then eventually nagtuloy-tuloy na.
You mentioned you took personal mastery courses. Can you what are these personal mastery courses? Dito ba yan sa Pilipinas?
Yes, actually yung personal mastery courses, these are life coaching courses where
Mm.
you get to know yourself better and heal parts of you that aren't being tapped or wala kang awareness around. So, for you to really get to know yourself better, I always try to encourage people to attend personal mastery courses. Kasi dyan mo, personal mastery, so yung sarili mo, mamamaster mo kung sino ka by really getting to know and diving deep into who you are.
Wow, I didn't know that there were classes here in the Philippines. Kala ko mga ano lang yun mga sa states ganyan-ganyan. But before you actually joined the personal mastery classes, what made you do it? Like, can you tell us a little bit more about that quarter life crisis and how it led you to go to this personal mastery classes?
I love talking about this. So, but I never get to talk about it a lot. But siguro mga friends lang. So in 2019, actually, pilitan lang yung personal mastery at first.
Mm.
Sabi ng mom ko, sige na attend ka, super ganda. Like, it changed my relationship with this, that. Parang naayos yung mga relationships. And sabi ko, sige na nga, the whole team is going, okay, fine. I'll invest in personal mastery courses. Ganun lang siya
Okay.
nag-start. And then, parang one quarter in my life in 2019 na lahat ng problems dumating in my life. So it started with a career, tapos relationship, tapos my health, etc. So everything parang dinump sa'yo in one quarter in your life. So parang
Uh-uh.
sabi ko, one quarter meaning parang mga 3 months siya nagtagal eh. So sabi ko, alam mo, I went to the States after for 2 months. I took the time to, soul search, to find my happiness, to find myself again, and to really just escape life in the Philippines. And when I came back, parang I had another trip. So, ang ginagawa ko lang nun, literally going on trips to get to know myself. And then when I came back, I went to a trip in Palawan with coaches, life coaches lahat. So
Mm.
sabi ko, when I was surrounded, parang it was a 5 or 6 day trip. And yung trip na yon, parang sabi ko, oh my gosh, pwede palang maging ganito ka-peaceful ang life, ganito kasaya, ganito ka-blissful, ganito ang daily routine. It seemed parang dreamy, gano'n. Hindi ko
Mhm.
ma-imagine, parang dreamy siya na parang, totoo ba 'to? Ganyan. Tapos sabi ko, "What did you do with your lives?" And they said, "Ooh, personal mastery courses." And that's when I started to ask. Sabi ko, "Can I enroll on the next?" And actually, the next parang yung life coaching class is sarado na pero pinagpilitan ko yung sarili ko dun sa owner. I really said na, "Hindi magbabayad po ako." Hindi, sige talagang pinilit ko siniksik ko yung sarili ko. Sasabihin talaga natin, pinagpilitan ko yung sarili ko, pinaglaban ko yung slot. And that's when my life started to change. When I took that, it's a 60-day course. Okay,
Mhm.
60-day course challenging you in all areas of your life.
Mhm.
And yeah, tapos sabi ko, oh my gosh, so much transformation in me. This is something I can bring into more people. What if the whole Philippines, 'di ba, experience the same things that I experienced? Then we would have a better nation. So, yeah, that's how it all started for me.
Ang galing 'no, parang naisip mo na parang all this life, 'di ba? You went to high school, you went to college, and you didn't think that that life was possible. Akala mo sa movies mo lang nakikita, akala mo sa mga artista lang nakikita.
Oo.
And then there come these days na parang, a glimpse of that bliss na posible pala. And it all starts there. Ta's makita mo na gusto mo ng gano'n, now you're trying to search. And somehow, the universe helps you connect to these people. But as long as meron kang parang itch sa loob mo na, okay, I want this. I want to feel more. I want to learn more about this. And, eventually, the universe helps you connect with that. And so, I
Because
really want to talk about this.
the opportunities
Yeah.
will be there in front of you eh. But if you don't have
Mhm.
the initiative to, say, yeah, I wanna take it. 'Di ba? The
Mhm.
universe will give it to you. Pero kung hindi mo naman iti-take, baliwala. Dadaan lang din siya sa'yo. And I'm always one to take opportunities that are in front of me because I feel, hindi naman lahat, no, but if I feel like my energy says, or my gut feel, especially my gut feel, when it says, sige, alam mo yon, nung wala akong pera, I had to invest on myself for personal
Mhm.
mastery courses. I still did. As in, I
Mhm.
remember I was on a phone call with my mom justifying why I wanna take the course. Kasi ang mahal. Ang mahal
Uh-huh.
talaga. So parang sabi niya, baka naman sayang lang yung pera. Alam mo yon, all that.
Mm.
Pero ako, yung gut feel ko yung sinundan ko. And that was the best, until now, the best decision I made.
Wow. And it starts with that, most of the time it comes from our gut. Parang inisip natin na meron talaga yung sa gut feeling natin. Tapos there's only two options. We either do it because we're willing to see what's on the other side of the fence, or we give in to the fear and we step back and stay in our comfort zone. Now I'm sure na meron ka pa ring mga takot noon. Parang there are still a lot of uncertainties nung papasukin mo na tong personal development, tong life coaching. Were there any times that you feel scared? That's parang sinabi mo na, and how did you deal with the fears that you had?
Super dami. And until now, I have fears. Like everyone has, 'di ba? I remember it started, yung una talaga is, paano ko to babayaran? Paano
Mm.
ko 'to babayaran, 'di ba? A big investment for me and I wanted to try it out. Hindi ko sure kung maa-ROI ko, 'di ba? So it started, yun yung una kong fear. Paano ko siya mababayaran and paano ko siya mama-maximize, 'di ba? Yung parang, paano yung sulit na sulit yung binayad ko? It started there. And then yung fear of, what if people don't like me to
Mm.
become a life coach? What if people don't want to be coached by me? Because I didn't have a good background in college. Parang I was an ambassador back in college, but ambassador for the Philippines. But in terms of leadership, I wouldn't say na ako yung the best leader that someone has to look up to. And that held me back, to be honest. Na parang, will
Mhm.
clients even trust me? You know, it's called imposter syndrome also.
Yeah,
Na
yeah.
hindi mo sure kung life coach na ba ako? Yung mga ganon. Yung ipagkakatiwalaan kaya nila ako? Is this really happening? Yung mga ganyan, so much fear. It gave me so much fear before, and until now, sometimes, it comes up, and not feeling enough. Yun talaga eh.
Mm.
Malaking negative belief system ko in me is not feeling enough or worthy of the opportunities that are coming my way.
Yeah. So how are you able to manage the fears every time they show up?
Great question. Fears, first of all, you have to be aware around it. Eh. You have to raise
Mhm.
awareness on your fear. So, you identify it. So, I identify it first. Wait lang. Ano ba talaga yung root cause nitong fears ko, yung anxiety ko? So, I find it, okay, because I don't feel worthy of the opportunity. Okay,
Mm.
what is a value that I can start to practice for me to get over this fear? So, for example, let's say, the fear of rejection because you feel
Mhm.
unworthy of people's, let's say, trust, people's attention, respect, etc. So, you feel not worthy of that. And then, I commit to a value. Ang iisipin ko, ano kaya yung value na pwede kong i-practice every day for me to let go of this fear? So, for example, every day I will commit to affirm myself. It could be as simple as that. Every day I'll affirm myself so that even if I feel unworthy, the whole morning wala akong ginawa kundi i-affirm sarili ko. So I will
Mm.
feel worthy. And every day, parang little steps until you actually get over your fears. So until now, that's what I do. I have a lot of fears, but every day sinusulat ko, ano ba yung gusto ko i-practice today to get over this fear? To get over this fear of rejection, fear of the unknown, mga anxieties kasi talaga eh, no? So, yun.
Yeah, ang galing. Parang you attach a certain value onto that fear and you test it out. Basically, it's like having these limiting beliefs, and it's always down to our limiting beliefs and identifying them and acknowledging them, and then replacing it with empowering beliefs. Not only replace that belief, but also find an action or a practice that you do. In your case, it's affirmation, and then you try to do it every time. And then your brain, somehow feeling ko nasasanay na siya na okay, ito talaga yung parang natitrain mo na yung utak mo na okay, takot lang pala siya, kaya pa rin natin siya. So
True.
you are 25 years old, right? Tapos, sorry, can I say that on, on the podcast?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
I mean,
okay.
my podcast is Quarter Life Bliss.
Oh yeah, that's perfect, right? So you're 25 years old, and then you are a life coach. You are like a certified life coach. Like a lot of people are calling me a coach, but parang hindi pa rin ako komportable kasi syempre iba yung title nun. Eh. But in your case, 25 years old, you're already coaching other people, and especially in finances. How were you able to build up that confidence na parang okay, now I can do that. Parang we mentioned earlier yung imposter syndrome. How do you do it? Like, lalo na kung mga mas matatanda pa yung kino-coach mo or yung mas magagaling sa'yo, how do you manage that?
I think the confidence really is coming from, I know I'm working on myself. I
Mm.
know that day by day I apply it to my life. So it's easier to teach people, to coach people around their their situation because you apply it in your life. So first and foremost, confidence ko is coming from I know I'm working on myself. It's not because alam ko sobrang ganda ko, alam ko sobrang sexy ko, alam ko hindi eh. But it's more of inayos ko yung sarili ko for the past how many years. So I have the confidence to bring myself out there, to tell people of my journey, of my story, and to actually inspire them to also transform their lives. So it really the confidence is always coming from there. Like I would consider myself a very confident woman even before life coaching, even before personal mastery. But it's all confidence because feeling ko ang ganda-ganda ko. Ganon.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
But hindi yung confidence na, alam mo yun, yung parang di ba parang I always give this as an analogy eh. Alam mo yung nag-aral ka for an exam, so pumasok
Mhm.
ka ng classroom, yung parang sobrang confident mo kasi alam mong inaral mo siya. So,
Mm.
my confidence is coming from there. Coming from, rooted really on my experience and how it changed my life. And also, and courage. Confidence with courage. Courage to also be responsible to help transform people's lives. So all coming from there.
Wow, confidence with courage. That's a new concept. That's amazing. That's really beautiful. We mentioned that you're now in the financial coaching, right? So you went into this personal mastery courses, you improved yourself, and nauna yung life coaching, tama?
Yeah, I was a planner before. So financial planner
Mm.
na ako even before student. Kasi nung student ako, I wanted to earn money because hindi nga kami well off. So
Mhm.
I wanted and needed to earn money for my own and to represent the country in different parts of the world. I wanted to earn. So I started becoming a financial planner back in 2017, and then it transitioned to financial coaching when I became a certified life coach last year.
Oh, so financial planner, tapos we have financial advisors, tapos we have financial coaches. Iba-iba ba 'yon?
Okay. In the Philippines, financial planners, financial advisors are technically the same.
Mhm.
Parang potato, patato. Ganun lang siya. Um, ang financial coaches, now I call myself a financial coach because I use the coaching techniques that I learned, that I have certified
Oh.
myself with. So the approach that I do is no longer just telling you, oh, this is how you plan your life. Oh, this is how you plan your finances. Oh, I'll give you advice on how you handle your finances. No, but it's more of coaching people. So the way I do financial coaching is holistic approach, meaning all aspects of your life, not just finances. Because I'm sure you know that how you are in one thing is how you are in everything. So if
Yeah.
kalat ka in terms of, let's say, your ano ba pwede, health. For example, in terms of your health, hindi ka ganun ka committed. Most likely in terms of your finances, hindi ka rin committed. So
Mm.
we dive deep on that, and we talk about ano ba yung fears mo around it. Ano ba yung, let's raise awareness on those areas of your life because it's not really about the how-tos, how to plan, how to that, but it's about the why and who you are. That's why I say holistic approach to financial planning or financial coaching is because all aspects of life iniikutan.
Wow, ang ganda. Yung just the concept of this holistic approach. And I can totally agree with what you said na how you do one thing is how you do like almost everything. And so one part of you, one aspect of you affects the other. And so for the people that are listening right now who wants to start on something but they see that there are so many places na pwede nilang ayusin, where do you think they should start?
Start with knowing their purpose, I guess. Knowing
Mm-hmm.
their purpose. Like, why do you want to fix yourself? Why do you want to fix your finances? Why do you want to fix your health, your weight, your relationships? So if you are clear with your purpose, and in anything that you do, you have to be really clear with your purpose because it
Mm-hmm.
all starts there. So be clear with your purpose. Hindi ko sinasabing life purpose ha. It can start with, for example, why do you want to lose the weight that you want to lose? Go
Mm-hmm.
dive deep into your purpose. Ask yourself seven whys. Keep asking. Oh, because for example, ang last na natatanong mong why is because I want to be a mom someday and I
Mm-hmm.
want to make sure I'm healthy. So it's rooted there. So you don't do weight loss because gusto mo lang makasuot ng magandang damit. But it's
Mm-hmm.
because yung purpose mo, gusto mo maging mother someday. So you wanna make sure kaya mo magiging healthy ka for your child. It's as clear as that. The way I say purpose is for example, you wanna go to a certain place. What's the reason why you wanna go to a place? For example, I wanna go to Bora because I wanna do my retreat there. 'Di ba
Uh-huh.
kahit na sabihin sa'yo may swab test kang kailangan daanan, may flight, tapos bumabagyo, pupunta at pupunta ka pa rin kasi clear ka sa purpose mo. You wanna go there for the retreat because you wanna clear your mind, for example. You're very clear with your purpose. So, same with yourself. If you are clear with your purpose of the reason why you're doing what you're doing, then you will keep going eh. And then you start the why, and then you start with who you are. How can you be better every day? Atomic habits, 1%
Yeah.
every day. How can you be better every single day and get to that main purpose of what you do?
That's really amazing. That's also the principle that I follow. Like, start with your why. If you have a clear purpose. And I just love that analogy. Like, in everything that we do, whether we think we're doing it or, we're subconsciously doing it, everything, if we have a clear purpose, if we have a clear why on why we're doing the things that we're doing, we're gonna do it in a more meaningful manner, and we're gonna be more fulfilled because we know why we're doing it in the first place. And regardless kung nasan yung career man yan, relationships, physical, mental, lahat starts with why. And again, just doing the 1%, being better every single day, it really goes the distance. I think a lot of people, when they look at coaches, they'd see na, wow, ang galing naman ito, pero hindi nila alam na it all just starts with just making that one decision that they want to be better 1% today, just this day lang, and nag-grow na
Right.
exponential. So yeah, before I actually ask some more of the deep topics, I want to go back to the finances thing, because you are again a financial coach. So for the people who are watching, that let's say na, okay, I'm going to fix my finances. I know my purpose. I ask myself the seven whys. What's next?
What's next?
Yeah.
List down first. I always try to look at first yung 7 areas of their personal finance. So that's
Hmm.
earning money, they're managing money, they're growing money, they're tithing money, their psychology of money, they're distributing money. Ang dami talaga, no? So, 7 areas of personal finance, look at that first. In terms of earning, rate yourself in each area in terms of earning, growing, tithing, distributing, managing, etc. So, rate yourself first. Tingnan mo, saan ba yung pinakamababa? For example, ang pinakamababa dyan, earning. Then,
Hmm.
focus on that first. Okay, how can you earn better? For example, ang rating mo sa sarili mo from 1 to 10, 1 lang. Rate
Uh-huh.
mo, okay, 1 in terms of earning. Bakit kaya? Kasi ang liit ng sweldo ko. Okay, how can you make it a 2? How can you make it a 3? Okay, sabihin niya, siguro magdagdag ako na isa pang side hustle. Okay, what side hustle can you take? You use coaching to keep asking questions and allow them to find the solutions themselves. Yun ang pinakamaganda sa life coach or sa
Hmm.
coaching. Hindi ikaw ang nagbibigay ng solution. Because the solution is really within us. 'Di ba? So, take a look
Yeah.
at all areas of your personal finance. Ano ba yung kailangan mong i-address the most? And then, kapag na-address mo na yon, and then go to the next one. Slowly. Kunwari, managing naman. Then study managing your finances. How can you from 3, how can you become 4 this month? Try natin mag-budget app ako. Sige, okay, budget app. What budget app kaya yung mag-work sa'yo? Siguro yun sa
Hmm.
phone. Okay, what app gusto mong gamitin? Yung mga ganyan. So, you keep asking questions. Sa totoo lang, ang work ko lang, magtanong ng magtanong. Yun naman ang coaches eh. You keep asking questions and then they find their own solution, di ba? Yun.
Ang galing, ang galing. So there are actually a lot of things, pero we can slim it down to seven things. If we wanna start fixing our finances, parang yung seven pillars na yun, and then rate yourself, and then ask how you could improve. Just move up that scale, just one sa kada scale na yun, kung ano yung pinaka-weak. That's a very helpful structure. Thank you so much for sharing that. I could personally apply that in my life because my finances are it's not a wreck, but it could be improved. Kasi ngayon pa lang din ako namulat sa gantong buhay. Like it all changed for me in a year, and I know that you could feel the same way. A lot has changed over the past
Yeah.
year, you know. And I've been watching your videos. I love your videos, by the way. And there was this one video where you talked about where you talk about this a lot, but you talk a lot about abundance. You talk to your coaches about abundance. You teach people, you give mantras about abundance. So when was the moment that you learned that there is this abundant life in this world?
The moment I looked at things that I have, when I started to become
Wow.
grateful, that's when I realized I'm very abundant.
Mm-hmm.
I'm abundant when it comes to love, when it comes to relationships around me, support, everything, opportunities. When I started to focus on the things that I have and the opportunities in front of me, that's when I really felt that I'm abundant. It's not about financial abundance. It's just one aspect of it. When I was working on myself, when my health is okay and I'm really healthy, I'm working out, when my relationships are open, happy, loving, you feel abundant. And I think that's what people miss. They feel like abundance is just for those who are financially capable, financially
Mm-hmm.
independent, financially secure. But actually, abundance should be all aspects of your life. And when you start to operate in abundance, you realize, ang dami ko palang bagay na pwedeng pagpasalamat.
Yeah.
And then you become happy. I want to share with you this concept, Alec, called be do have. And when I started to embrace this really changed my life. Be do have meaning be abundant first, feel abundant first, and
Mm-hmm.
then you do things that make you feel abundant. So, okay, I feel abundant in terms of my health if I work out. Then I do the workout, and then you get the
Mm.
result that you want. You have it. But a lot of people, they operate on the have, do, be. Ano ibig
Yeah.
sabihin nito? Bibili muna ako ng workout clothes. Tapos, have, 'di ba? Tapos, tsaka ako mag-workout. Pag nag-workout ako at pumayat ako, happy na ako. 'Di ba? Baliktad.
Wow.
But,
Yeah.
some naman, no? Others naman, burnt out. Do, have, be. Ano yung do, have, be? Naku, mag-work ako ng matindi, okay? Para pagurin ko yung sarili ko, burn out. And then I have money, then I can buy things that can make me happy, then I'm happy. But
Mm.
here's a powerful concept that people need to realize. Be, do, have. Start with being that person first. Be
Yeah.
happy first. Be healthy first. Do the things that, because if you're, for example, you're happy, di ba you keep doing naman things? Kaya happy
Yeah.
kang ginagawa to, you'll keep doing it. And then you'll have what? Financial abundance, for example. And then you'll have the right people in your space. Be, do, have. Be first. Be abundant first. Be happy first. Be blissful. Be grateful. All the things that you want, be that first. And then just allow the universe to give it to you and just attract it for your life easily.
Wow, that's a mind-blowing concept. Like I'm now reflecting on my life, and
Sabi ko
like
na eh.
I'm in the middle of that do be have, and then be do have. parang andun ako sa gitna. No? Sometimes, inisip ko, parang I don't feel abundant, pero sige, I gotta do this because, I have my why and I talk about this stuff, pero nababurnout nga ako. Pero if we be abundant first, be happy first, then the things that we're doing, it's abundant din. Parang mas magiging masaya lang tayo. And,
Right.
the concept of gratitude, that's it. Like if you become grateful, for example, this is another thing that I practice recently. When I wake up, like automatic nagpe-play na sa utak ko yung kanta ng Lion King, ganyan, na parang, sabihin niya, ganyan. Tapos parang I look at whatever, kung ano man makita ko, tapos I say thanks na parang, wow, I appreciate. Tapos I've just become grateful. And then napansin ko, no, the more that I practice that, yung mga ginagawa ko afterwards, parang sobrang gaan. Kahit mahirap, kahit pumalpak ka, pero ang gaan lang sa loob dahil you start your day off with gratitude and you just
Right.
feel abundant. Ang ganda, ang ganda. So,
Right.
yeah, thank you so much for sharing that. I'll definitely share that with other people as
Something that
well.
people can reflect to a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Because, for example, no, kailangan ko magka-laptop muna para mag-aral ako. Then, pag
Yeah.
mataas grades ko, masaya ako. 'Di ba? But even if, and you become so creative on how
Mm.
you become so resourceful, 'di ba? If you practice the be do have, because you'll do it eh. For example, my podcast, no, I didn't think that people would listen to it, but I'll still do it
Mm.
because it makes me happy.
Mm-hmm.
I'll keep doing it. And then I had the what? I topped the chart and I said, Uy, thank you, 'di ba? Pero
Mm-hmm.
even if wala yung mag-top ng charts, even if I
Yeah.
don't get the numbers that I want, I'll still be happy.
Yeah.
That's the difference. But if you're too focused on the what, if you're too focused on the how-tos, you forgot who you are. Wala eh,
Yeah.
baliwala. Sayang lang.
Yeah. And ang ganda lang din nung sa concept na yon na the have, out of the three, like ang pinaka pwede natin makuha that the haves always have to go last. So hindi pwede na makita mo agad yung resulta or makuha mo agad yung resulta bago mo gawin yung trabaho or bago mo gawin yung magpapasaya sa'yo or maging masaya ka na agad. And ako, yun lang nakuha ko sigurong tama sa formula na yun. Kasi for most of the time, ang iniisip ko lagi sa akin na no, delay it, delay it. Hindi mo kailangan ng resulta. Walang nakikinig sa'yo, no, do the work, just put it in, be happy with your work, kahit walang makinig. And then nagulat na lang ako na para siyang broken dam na biglang lahat ng haves na pwede kong makuha, binigay sa akin ng isang bagsakan. So, yeah, parang just follow that recipe, and also it could help you with your burnout, like the be do have concept. Thank you so much for sharing that.
Gusto kong i-add yung be do have. Favorite kong example sa relationship.
Mm-hmm.
No? You don't love yourself. So you look for another person to love you. Or
Mm.
you look for another person's
Yeah.
approval. You look for other person's affirmation. Paano pag wala lahat yon? You have to love yourself first. It really starts with who you are. It really starts with how you take care of yourself, etc. And so yeah, be do have, 'di ba? Be the best girlfriend ever first for yourself,
Mm-hmm.
'di ba? And then do things that you think you will like if you were the best girlfriend, and then eventually you'll just attract the right person. Wow, coming from me. But yes, it's that concept. So
Yeah.
right now I'm not really focused on huy, dating. I'm not focused
Mm-hmm.
on sige, getting to know people. I'm more focused on who am I? Am I the girlfriend material that I want? Let me
Yeah.
just work on myself first. Do I feel complete on my own? Let me just work
Mm-hmm.
on that first. And then I'll do the things that make me feel happy and complete on my own. And then the have will just follow. Why? Because yung ibang
Yeah.
tao, feel ko, magjojowa na lang ako, tapos gagawin namin yung masasayang bagay, and then dun ako sasaya and I will feel complete. I will feel fulfilled. 'Di ba? Totoo, 'di
Yeah.
ba? Ganyan
Oo
ako
nga.
before. Na kailangan may
Yeah.
jowa para ganito. Have to be. 'Di ba? So, yeah, something to reflect on, guys. If you guys are still listening, something to reflect on. We do have.
Ang galing. Ang galing kahit sa relationship, most of the time, syempre nasanay tayo na dependent tayo sa ibang tao, yung kasiyahan natin nakadepende. And then, yun ang nagiging formula natin. Have a boyfriend, girlfriend, and then be happy, and then do the things that will make you happy. But goes the other way. And I just want to emphasize that power since you mentioned it. Na if you want to have the best partner in your life, then you need to be the best partner first. You gotta do the things that will make you the best partner in the whole world,
Correct.
and then you'll have one. Kasi recently ko lang yan eh. Context, I've been in an 11-year relationship. We broke up like 4 months nung January. Tapos all this time, kaya sobrang baba rin ng frequency ko as a human being kasi yan yung naging concept ko na have. Kaya pag may girlfriend ako, masaya ako, ganyan. Baliktad. Tapos nitong the past 6 months, ang ginawa ko lang talaga is yung ganyang process. Sometimes do be have, sometimes be do have. Pero ginagawa ko is tinataas ko yung sarili ko. Tapos pag may mga dumadating, tapos okay, sige, try. Pero pag nakita ko na parang hindi sila yung alam mo yun, na hindi pa ito yung best na version ko. So yung mga na-attract ko, hindi pa rin yung mga best na version nila yung na-attract ko. So parang if you
Totoo.
really, really want the best partner, so kailangan makita mo muna sa sarili mo na best na talaga yung sarili mo. Ang galing, ang galing.
Naging relationship na to pero you attract who you are.
Yeah.
So if you wanna attract a happy person, be happy first.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
you wanna
Ang
attract a
ganda.
funny person, be funny first, 'di ba?
Yeah, yeah, definitely. So thank you so much for sharing that. I think a lot of people can already relate to the things that we've said, and it's I personally believe there's so many concepts that they need to repeat this podcast episode so they could get all the topics that we've discussed here. And so I just want to ask maybe the last thing that I want to ask to you is your podcast. You have a podcast that you just started. It's called The Quarter Life Bliss. So why the word bliss? We know the
Bliss.
quarter life, but why bliss? Yeah.
Yeah, I love the word actually, discipline. Discipline. So
Mm-hmm.
it's a word that we pauso lang, but it basically means the discipline of being at bliss all the time. Being at bliss
Mm.
meaning you're grateful, you feel happy. So before, like I mentioned earlier, I went through quarter life crisis.
Mm.
And I realized na, oh, hindi naman pala siya ganun ka-worse at that time. But I was just too focused on the things that I lacked. And I think if you step into bliss, then you will see a brighter life. You will see parang a rainbow every day in your life. So that's why I started Quarter Life Bliss because I want to inspire people, especially those who are in their 20s, that you don't need to go through crisis. It's just the limiting belief that we have in your heads that we're going to go through quarter life crisis one point in our life. But actually, it's not. You can choose bliss instead of crisis. And being at bliss, ibig sabihin, even if the pandemic is happening, you look at things you're grateful for. Uy, na-lockdown ako pero thank you may bahay ako. Thank you may electric fan ako. Thank you may bubong ako even if na-lockdown ako ng 30 days in my house. For example. 'Di ba? And if you focus on your bliss, focus on working on your bliss, focus on things that you could be grateful for, then life will be happier, easier, and yeah, more healthier or healthier rather. So yun. That's why I
Ang
started it.
galing. Ang galing. Like all the concepts that you shared, it just points to the fact that happiness or the peaceful life that we so desperately crave comes from within. And we have control over how we respond to things and how we can create a blissful life in whatever situation we are in. So thank you so much, Coach Yani. I learned a lot from this. But before I let you go, I have this portion or segment that I call 5 questions. So, welcome to 5 questions with Coach Yani. So, I have 5 questions. You need to answer it with either one word, one phrase, or one sentence, no explanation. So, that's the game. Okay. Are you
All
ready?
right. All right.
Okay.
Parang fast talk pala to. Okay, go.
Fast talk na. Wholesome na fast talk.
Ayan.
Ayan. Wholesome naman. Okay, sige. So, first question, what is happiness?
Happiness is love.
Happiness is love. Second question, what is success?
Success is fulfillment.
Success is fulfillment. The third question is, what is the best advice you have ever received?
Best advice. Hmm. Ang dami. So, I wanna
Ang
choose
dami.
lang. Oo. Focus on what you can control, and that's yourself.
Wow. Focus on what you can control, and that's yourself. I love that. Okay, fourth question. What is the worst advice you have ever received?
Don't invest.
Don't invest. Really?
Don't invest in
Someone.
yourself. Sorry. Don't
Ah.
invest in yourself. Kasi hindi daw
Mm.
sure yung ROI. Ay, nag-explain. Sorry, sorry.
Okay, guys. Worst advice: don't invest in yourself. Last question. What's the one thing that you wish you have known when you were just starting?
Starting with, sorry,
Starting with your coach, with your career as a coach.
that I am enough.
Powerful. Thank you so much, Coach Yani. I enjoyed this talk. Please, please, please invite people to listen to your amazing podcast and to let you know what your social media are so they can follow you, they can find you if they love this episode.
If you love this episode, thank you so much, Alec, for inviting me and having me here. It's an honor. Nandito na po ako maat pa. De joke lang. Thank you, Small Talk Podcast. Yeah, you guys can follow me on my socials. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok at Coach Yani Moya. I also have a podcast called Quarter Dash Life Bliss Podcast. It's on Spotify and also on YouTube. So it's a video podcast. I guess that actually my first season ended today. And I guess that mostly more on TikTok people, TikTok
Mm.
influencers yung naging guests ko.
Mm.
So if you guys want to get to know them and, talk about life as a 20 something, then go ahead and please check out my podcast, Quarter Life Bliss Podcast. Thanks,
Yes, there you
Alec, for
have it.
having me here.
No worries. It's my pleasure. It's my honor. I really enjoy having conversations with like-minded people. Bihira makahanap dito sa Pilipinas ng same frequency. Kaya pag when I see
True.
someone and kahit sa TikTok talagang, okay, message, connect, let's do an episode, let's do something together. And I'm really, really grateful that you accepted the invite. Thank you so much for giving us your time, your energy, and all your wisdom. And hopefully, hindi lang ito yung last time na maggagawa tayo ng work together. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. Thank
So
you.
yes, that there you have it, guys. If you love this episode, make sure that you share this on Instagram. You guys are the reason why we are growing so much fast. So share this on Instagram. Don't forget to tag me and tag Coach Yani. Tag me at Small Talk Podcast. And if you have any comments, suggestions, or questions, do not hesitate to send them at all. I love reading your insights. I love reading your reviews. And I just love you guys so much. So thank you again for listening. This is Alec Cuenca. This is Small Talk, small conversations with huge impact. And I will talk to you guys next episode. Bye bye. Yay!
I love